Animal sciences is an important section in CUET PG Life Sciences syllabus. Understanding how animals are organized structurally and functionally help us interpret how biological systems maintain life. In this unit, we will explore the diversity of animals, their body organization, and physiological process that sustain them. We will also connect these concepts with disease biology, cellular mechanisms such as apoptosis, and modern laboratory techniques like animal cell culture. By the end of this unit, you should be able to understand both the structure and function of animal systems, which is essential for answering conceptual and application based questions in competitive exams. This unit covers several major topics in animal sciences relevant to CUET PG preparation. It begins with the characteristics of invertebrates and vertebrates, explaining how animal diversity evolved. It also includes the study of human anatomy and physiology, focusing on major organ systems and their functions. Further, topics include nerve impulse transmission and which how explain communication occurred in the body through electrical and chemical signals. This unit also explores human diseases, apoptosis, cancer biology, inherited disorders, and animal cell culture, providing a comprehensive overview that connects basic biology with biomedical application. Overview of animal organization. Animals are multicellular, heterotrophic organisms that obtain energy by consuming other organisms. Unlike plants, animals lack cell walls and exhibit specialized cells that work together to perform complex functions. Their bodies are organized into different structural levels, beginning from cells and progressing to tissues, organs, and organ systems. Another important aspect of animal organization is body symmetry and germ layer development. Animals may show radial or bilateral symmetry, and their embryonic development produces germ layers such as ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. The presence or absence of a body cavity called a colon, along with segmentation and body plane evaluation, plays a major role in classifying animal groups. General characteristics of invertebrates. Invertebrates are animals that lack a vertebral column, and they represent the majority of animal diversity on Earth. These organisms range from simple sponges to high complex arthropods like animals, like insects. Despite lacking a backbone, many invertebrates possess sophisticated body, structure, and survival strategies. Invertebrates can exhibit either radial symmetry or bilateral symmetry depending on their evolutionary lineage. These circulatory systems may be open when blood flows freely through body cavities, or closed where blood circulates within vessels. Examples of major invertebrates group include arthropods, each with unique structural and functional adaptations. Major invertebrate phyla. Animal diversity among invertebrates is classified into several major phyla, which are listed in the slide. These are most important CUET PG aspects. General characteristics of vertebrates. Vertebrates are animals that possess a vertebral column or backbone, which provides structural support and protection for the spinal cord. They also have an internal skeleton known as an endoskeleton, typically made up of bone or cartilage, allowing greater body size and mobility. Another defining feature of vertebrates is their closed Circulatory system, where blood flows through a network of vessels controlled by their heart. Vertebrates also have a highly developed nervous systems, including a complex brain. Major vertebrates groups include fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. Classification of vertebrates. Vertebrates are broadly classified into five major groups based on evolutionary and anatomical characteristics, which are listed in the slide. These are important CUET PG 2026 question aspects. Human body organization. The human body is organized into hierarchical levels, starting with cells, which are the basic structural and functional unit of life. Similar cells group together to form tissues, which then combine to form organs, such as the heart, lungs, and kidneys. These organs work together as organ systems to maintain the internal balance of the body, known as homeostasis. The coordination between different systems ensures the physiological conditions such as temperature, pH, and nutrient levels remain stable despite changes in the external environment. The digestive system is responsible for breaking down food into simple molecules that the body can absorb and utilize. This process involves both mechanical digestion, such as chewing and stomach churning, and chemical digestion, where enzymes break down complex molecules. Key organs of the digestive system includes the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine, along with accessory organs like the liver and pancreas. Nutrient absorption primarily occurs in the small intestine, where digested molecules enter the bloodstream for distribution throughout the body. The respiratory system enables the body to exchange gases with the environment. Oxygen is intake into the lungs and diffuses into the bloodstream, while carbon dioxide produced by cellular metabolism is removed from the body. This gas exchange occurred in tiny air sacs called alveoli, which are surrounded by capillaries. The respiratory system works closely with the circulatory system to transport oxygen to tissues and remove carbon dioxide, while brain regulates breathing rate according to the body needs. The circulatory system transports oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and waste products through the body. The heart acts as a pump, pushing blood through a network of arteries, veins, and capillaries. Blood itself is composed of plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Circulation occurs in two major pathways. Pulmonary circulation. Birds carries blood between the heart and lungs. And systemic circulation, which develops oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. The excretory system removes metabolic waste products such as maintains the body's fluid balance. The main organism involved are the kidneys, which filter blood and produce urine. Urine formation includes three major processes: filtration, reabsorption, and secretion. The systems also plays a critical role in osmoregulation, ensures the water and electrolyte levels remain balanced in the body. The muscular and skeletal systems work together to enable movement and provide structural support. The skeletal system consists of bones and cartilage, which protect internal organs and provide attachment points for muscles. There are three types of muscles: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac muscles. Skeletal muscles control voluntary movements, smooth muscles regulate internal organ functions, and cardiac muscles are responsible for the rhythmic contractions of the heart. The nervous system controls and coordinates all activities in the body. It is divided into the central nervous system, which includes the brain and spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system, which consists of nerves that connect the CNS to the rest of the body. The fundamental unit of nervous system is the neuron, a specialized cell capable of transmitting electrical signals. Neurons communicate with each other through synapses, enabling rapid transmission of information. Nerve impulse transmission. Nerve impulses are electrical signals that travel along neurons. At rest, neurons maintain a resting membrane potential due to unequal distribution of ions across the cell membrane. When stimulated, a rapid change in membrane potential occurs, known as action potential. The signal travels along the neurons and is transmitted to another cell at the synapses through chemical messages called neurotransmitters. The endocrine systems regulates blood functions using hormones, which are chemical messages released into the bloodstream. These hormones travel to target tissues and influence physiological processes. Major endocrine glands include the pituitary gland, thyroid gland, pancreas, adrenal glands, and glands. Hormone secretion is often regulated by feedback mechanisms, ensure the hormone levels remain balanced. Major hormones and functions. Different hormones control specific physiological activities. The pituitary gland, often called the master gland, secretes hormones that regulate other endocrine glands. The thyroid gland produces hormones that control metabolism, while pancreas secretes insulin and glycogen to regulate blood glucose levels. Reproductive hormones such as estrogen and testosterone plays key role in sexual development and reproduction. Human diseases can be broadly classified into infectious and non-infectious diseases. Infectious diseases are caused by pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, fungi, or parasites. Non-infectious diseases include genetic disorders, metabolic disorders, and lifestyle relation conditions such as diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Understanding disease mechanisms helps in developing effective treatments and preventive strategies. The immune system protects the body from harmful pathogens. The innate immune system provides the first line of defense through physical barriers, immune cells, and inflammatory responses. The adaptive immune system is more specific and involves lymphocytes such as B cells and T cells. Vaccination works by stimulating the adaptive immune system to develop memory against specific pathogen. Apoptosis is a process of programmed cell death that plays an essential role in development and tissue maintenance. Unlike necrosis, apoptosis is a controlled and regulatory process that prevents damage to surrounding tissues. It is regulated by complex signaling pathways involve proteins such as capsids. Apoptosis helps remove damaged or uncertain cells that is crucial for maintaining normal physiological functions. Cancer is characterized by uncontrolled cell division resulting from mutations in genes that regulate cell growth. These mutations often affect oncogenes and tumor suppressor genes, disrupting normal cell cycle control. Cancer cells may also acquire the ability to invade surrounding tissues and spread to other parts of the body through metastasis. Understanding these molecular mechanisms is essential for developing effective cancer treatments. Genetic disorders arise due to mutations in genes or abnormalities in chromosomes. Some follow Mendelian inheritance patterns such as autosomal dominant and recessive inheritance. Chromosomal disorders occur when there is an abnormal number or structure of chromosomes. Examples include hemophilia, a blood clotting disorder, and Down syndrome, which results from an extra copy of chromosome 21. Animal cell culture basics. Animal cell culture involves growing animal cells in vitro under controlled laboratory conditions. Cells can be obtained directly from tissues and grown as primary cultures, which retain many characteristics of the original tissue. Over time, these cultures may be subcultured to form secondary cell lines, which can be maintained for longer periods. Proper culture conditions require nutrient-rich media, controlled temperature, and sterile environment. Applications of animal cell cultures. Animal cell culture has numerous applications in biotechnology and medicine. It is widely used for vaccine production, where viruses are grown in culture cells to develop immunization. Cell culture is also essential for cancer research, drug testing, and tissue engineering. Scientists use culture cells to study disease mechanisms, test new pharmaceuticals, and develop regenerative therapies. To perform well in the CUET PG exam, it is important to focus on understanding physiological mechanisms rather than memorizing isolated facts. Questions often test conceptual understanding of how systems function together. Students should also practice linking structure with functions, particularly in organ systems and hormones. Regular revision, solving previous year questions, and understanding disease mechanisms can significantly improve exam performance. Subscribe to BioBrains.